right, welcome to Sean Anthony Live, and I'm joined by special guest producer Lil J.
On the track.
Lil Dre on the track, man.
What's that?
Pleasure to meet you, man.
Already, man. What's that?
A whole lot, man. For those that may not be familiar with this producer, he's got work with Crime Mob, man. Knuck If You Buck, a very classic track, man. But I want to bring it back to the beginning, man. How did you get into production? First of all, where are you from?
From Atlanta, well, Ellenwood. I'm from Atlanta, Georgia, but the town we from is called Ellenwood. You know what I'm saying? It's like 20 minutes out from Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? So I got in production, man. My mom and dad always been into music. You know what I'm saying? My great uncle played for Elvis, if you can believe. So when you see them,
your great
old
uncle
movies,
played with Elvis.
Whenever you see them military movies with Elvis in there, and the black guy over there, that's my uncle. My great uncle.
I was about to say
piano.
Position. What instrument?
He played the piano.
Keys. Okay.
Yeah. Whenever you see him in the military playing the piano, that's my great uncle. So. All my family, you know what I'm saying, been in music or whatever, you know what I'm saying. So I took band in like 6th grade or whatever. And, you know, I just gravitated towards, like, we got the computer, internet came out, you know, Windows 95, then Fruit Loops came out. So I started, you know, making my beats that way, you know what I'm saying. So I started beating on the table, then Fruit Loops came. So,
Gotcha.
You know, that's how that came about.
So do you still deal with Fruit Loops or FL Studios? Did
Not
you progress?
no more,
like,
man.
What do you
I'm
deal with now?
hands-on. I like to press the buttons on the MPC and the piano and all of that stuff,
So
man.
you're an MPC guy. So here's a question. Like, one of my friends, he's a producer. He went out to LA, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he was in the studio with a bunch of guys. They were some songwriters and producers. They were working on, I think, Chris Brown project or Trey Songz, I can't remember. But he pulls out his MPC in his bag, and everybody looked at him like, what the hell are you doing? You know, because nowadays a lot of producers are using just their laptops.
The laptop,
with software. You know, so you said you like to push the buttons. You like to on the MPC. Yeah. What's the difference? Do producers need to
I had the MPC. Well, it depends on, you know, whatever floats your boat at the end of the day. It's not about it's about what you putting into it. It's not about what you're using, because I can use Fruit Loops as well. You know what I'm saying? I just like to cater to pressing the buttons. I like to be hands-on with it. So it's no transition. It's just like whatever you like. As long as you can get the thoughts out and the idea out, it don't matter what you use. I can make a beat on my phone right now. You know what I'm saying? So it's not about what you're using. It's just how you're using it and just getting your ideas out at the end of the day.
So I got a lot of production questions for you, man, because I come from that cloth, man. Do you like VSTs? Do you have a preference, or like, first of all, how did you open up to using VSTs and not using like stock sounds?
That took a long time too, because see, back in like 04 and 05, that was kind of new to us. You know, we 18, 19 years old. We didn't know about VSTs like that. It was up until later on, but I don't have a preference for VSTs, but if I want a certain sound, I'm gonna have to go to my go-to. You know what I'm saying? Like Nexus got a lot of bells. Like Chief Keef, producer, Chop on the beats, he used a lot of bells in his stuff. So Nexus got a lot of crisp bells that, you know, it like Knuck If You Buck almost. You know what I'm saying? But it just depends. You know what I'm saying? It depends on whatever floats your boat. Like when I started out, I had to sample the Triton sound. So I had to put the mic towards the keyboard and the speaker and then sampling in that way.
You talking my language now, the Triton keyboard, man.
The Triton keyboard, man. Like
that's
some stuff to like Lil Jon, you know, all the greats use that, the Triton and the Phantom, they love those sounds. You know, they got like a great strings and synthesizers and stuff like that. So
I have a motif.
Oh, there you go. That was my first keyboard, bro.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah. I saved up a lot of money to get my first motif.
You know what time. See, they got a lot of strings, like plush strings.
Yeah.
It sounds like somebody really in the booth.
Good sounds.
I'm telling you.
Natural sounds.
Yes.
So what was the progression from you from keyboard? Were you making keyboard beats and then you went to the MPC, or did you have the MPC first?
It was straight Fruit Loops. Well, matter of fact, I started out with a program called Windat. That's like the stock program that come with the Windows 95, Windows 98, and you can just record. You can't make no beats, but I sampled the sounds off on that, you know what I'm saying? So then when Fruit Loops came out, my homeboy told me about Fruit Loops. I was like, what? He said, like, you got to put the thing on the squares and stuff, and then the thing roll around and loop and everything. I'm like, oh, and it made it easier for me.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
So you were able to catch on a little quicker.
I was able to catch on, but then Rob Mack, Lil Jon manager, bought me some equipment. So that's when I was like really hands on. Cause mom ain't had no money to pay for no $1,000 MPC and stuff like that. So when I got my hands on it, that's all I wanted to do after that. But the first 2 albums I did make on Fruit Loops. You know what I'm saying?
So let's talk about the first 2 albums, man. That's a light flex there.
Hey,
Because not everybody can say that, you know, they produce, you know, on somebody's albums. Well, leading up to the first album, what opportunities opened up for you? Who was it? What kind of relationship that got you into that building to get in the studio to start producing on an album? Was the first album Crime Mob?
First album was Crime Mob. And, you know, I mean, we just put in work. You know, we made songs in my mama guest bedroom with the Fruit Loops and the Cool Edit and stuff like that. And Lil Scrappy stayed across the street from me, directly across the street, so it's walking distance. So he's cousins with Baby D and people like SWAT Team and all them. So I would go over there and play my beats with him. He'd be meeting up with Master P, Beats by the Pound, and all them people. So I'm like, man, I got a tape too, man. Like, listen to us. I know you know me as a producer, but I'm a rapper too, and I'm in a group called Crime Mob. And like, oh yeah, we'll hear it later. So lo and behold, man, I started rubbing shoulders with him. We went to the same school together and all that, and we just started rapping. So people started hearing our name. We was bumping in the streets, and you know, back then, wasn't no MySpace, wasn't no Facebook and Instagram and all that stuff. So we had to really go out there, press the shirts up and press the CDs up, go out there hand to hand, do all that stuff. No social media.
Yeah.
Like Master P used to do it. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man. So that got us in the door. Go down to the BME and Lil Jon in them office. They said, nah, we're not signing nobody. We got Scrappy in Trillville. We're not signing nobody for the next 6 months. We got signed 2 months later.
How? What happened?
I mean, they saw us perform. You know what I'm saying? Cause that song was bumping, man. You got
Nuck If You Buck?
Nuck If You Buck. Got the east side bump, you got the west side bump, you got the south side bump, so everybody like it. So we ended up getting booked on the same show. And Lil Jon, Gangsta Boo, they was there, you know what I'm saying? So they ended up liking us, signed the paperwork, shot the video. That's all she wrote.
Let me tell you, when Nuck If Your Buck came out, I had the hottest hip hop show in Columbus, Ohio, on our hip hop station, Power 107.5.
Shout out.
And I was hosting parties from 8 days a week, you know what I'm saying? And every one of our DJs in the city, around midnight, 12:30, you know what I'm saying? When you try to calm folk down, they turn it all the way up.
That a wrong song to play.
It ain't, and it's a set.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And If Your Buck is in that set, man, I knew that was a smash back then. When did you know it?
Man, when did I know it?
Because take me back to the year. What year was it when it came out?
Well, we made the song in 2002.
Okay.
2003. But like I said, when we had those CDs, man, we used to do house parties and stuff. So them house parties, like CDs had to travel. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So somebody on the west side playing Nuck If You Buck, that means somebody burned it, then he burned it, then he burned it. You know what I'm saying? It's on everybody's computer and everything. When I first knew it was, I guess when we made the song, when I knew it was a hit. When I made the beat, I knew it was a hit.
You knew it was a hit when you made
When I made the beat, yeah. It was 5 beat number 3. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man.
That's
5 beat number 3. But it was a lot of different, it's like 8 different versions of Nuck If You Buck, y'all.
Really?
8 different versions. Everybody from Ellenwood was on it. And then we had multiple hooks on that same beat. Like, we had multiple hooks on it, but I stopped at Nuck If You Buck, because we had Nuck If You Buck on another beat. I put that together on that beat, you know what I'm saying?
So it's something that came after y'all would say Nuck If You Buck, or?
The original hook was Nuck If You Buck, nigga. You know what I'm saying? I was like, nah, change the boy, man. It sound more friendly. You say boy, you know what I'm saying?
Don't nothing sound friendly after Nuck If You Buck. I don't care what you say.
I'm just telling you. I don't even think it went that
But I understand what you're saying.
I don't even think it went that far. We just kept it like Nuck If You Buck, nigga. Nuck If You Buck, nigga. You know what I'm saying? So, nah, it had to be boy or whatever. So we made a lot of changes to the song or whatever, but I remember the first day it came on the radio, man.
What was that feeling like? And what station was it? You were in Atlanta?
Better than busting,
okay.
You know.
Okay.
I don't know how much I can say, but now, man, I'm on the phone with this chick, and she listens to the radio, and she like, your song on the radio. I'm like, bullshit. No, it ain't.
Yeah.
I can hear the
In the
radio.
background.
I ran upstairs. I said, Mama, we on the radio.
Was you still on the phone? Did you have the long phone
I dropped
cord?
the phone.
Oh, okay.
You know one of them phones. You already know.
That kitchen phone.
Yeah, bro. Bro, I ran upstairs.
Yeah.
I said, Mom, we on the radio. She went like, oh, okay. Oh, okay. Okay. And then, listen, my grandma caught wind of it, and now they just go around, my baby on the radio, my baby on the radio. So now, remember, everybody loved it then. But shout out to Mom, Deuce, and Dad, because, you know, she helped pay the way, too.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? She took me to them big studios, the $1 million studio, bought me books and stuff like that. And Dad, you know, got me the drum machine for Christmas. Got my princess, my real sister, a keyboard and stuff. So that was believing in the dream.
So after the success of, or the height of Knuck If You Buck, what were some of the other projects that you started to work on as a producer? I know you were a rapper too.
Oh man.
Because I'm sure that opened a lot of doors for you, right?
Lil Jon called me up. Well, his assistant called me.
Okay.
And I get down in the Patchwork Studios in Atlanta where Outkast work at.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? No, Stank On You. We went to Stank On You. So that's where Outkast did all their hits at, Stank On You, you know what I'm saying? That's why they named the album Stank On You and the studio Stank On You. So, you know, he calls me down there. He got cellos and people that real
musicians
with the strings and everything. So, you know, I played him a couple of beats, and man, he got in the booth. And then I got Lil Jon crunk. That's like Kanye playing some shit for Jay-Z. That's how I felt at the time.
Okay.
Man, ain't nothing like that.
So talk about your first placements. What were some of the songs?
That was the first one.
Which one?
Lil Jon, Get Crunk with Bo Hagan. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, man. That was the first one, man. I got paid $4,700. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Don't tell nobody.
Right.
Don't tell nobody.
So after that, were you still working with Lil Jon, or did other artists reach out to you?
We were still working, and then we had the Dirty Awards. We went to the Dirty Awards, and Rick Ross walked up to me, and he was like, "Hey, man." So, you know, Gunplay, he got it. I got his number. I mean, you know, we exchanged numbers or whatever. So I was at my dad's house, man, and I had missed the first phone call. 305. I don't know no 305 people. I got down, checked my voicemail. What's up? Yeah. This your boy Ricky Ross, Little J. I need some of that masterpiece shit, that crunk shit. I said, hell yeah, I got you.
Right.
Cooked something up for him, went to his house. He brought me, not the Holyfield house, but he had another house. And somewhere, you know
what song was it?
Bitch, I'm the shit.
Okay.
Him and Birdman.
Right.
Yeah.
Hey, how nostalgic was that feeling to hear Rick Ross and Birdman on your
you
track?
See, when you get rappers that big, normally they'll put, like, you know, the team on, the squad on. Right. You know what I'm saying? But nah, it was him and Birdman. And then he said, it's gonna be the first single. What? And then he said, oh, here go Birdman right here.
Wow. What's happening, Playboy? What's happening? Was he rubbing his hands?
Hey man, I can just see it right now. Yeah. He said, that's a nice track there, Woody.
So you mentioned check, you mentioned money a couple of times. I'm not trying to be in your pocket at all, but I do want to ask you, just for the sake of educating other artists and producers and songwriters out there about the business aspect of it.
Man, it's a dirty game, man.
What was the learning curve? What were some of the lessons that you learned early on that you can impart and share?
Just watch out who you sign it to, man. Cause that's a really dirty game. When you got people that's telling you, and then, dude, we can't say no names, okay? We can't do that. When you got somebody that say they got your back and you still in high school, man, and you get messed over, man, that's the worst feeling in the world, man. So just watch out who you sign it to. Read your paperwork. Like, we from East Atlanta, man. We ain't got no entertainment lawyers in our family. You know, we ain't got no people we can just call up and say, read this, what it look like and all that. We got done bad, man.
Really?
Real bad. Like, it took 10 years to get out that contract, man. Shit was all blacked out. No numbers, you know what I'm saying? We couldn't see the terms, like the numbers and shit.
On the original contract?
On the original contract.
Wow.
So it took us 10 years to get up out that. So that was the worst. So all the new artists out there, man, watch out who you sign it to. Everybody ain't your friend. everybody looking for their own interest. They ain't looking for you. You know what I'm saying? They trying to cap. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day.
So that's interesting. How old were you when you first signed that deal?
I was 18. I'm the oldest person in the group. So I'm the oldest person in the group. So
okay.
I could sign before anybody else could. They had to have their mom and dad sign some shit. You know what I'm saying? But
so you were of age. You could.
I was of age. I could.
Okay.
But I'm the leader. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So everybody followed my lead at that time.
So what's new with Crime Mob right now, man?
Right now, man, we got ups, we got downs, we got ins, we got outs. So we got Crime Mob 3. Right now, we still working on some stuff, man. You know, the girls, they just dropped Vagina Power. That's what it's called.
Vagina Power.
Vagina Power. You got to go like this.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But nah, man, we working, man. Sometimes we get into it, and then we'll fall out. We'll get back in, then we'll come back, you know. So managing 6 people.
Vagina Power. Hold on.
He going back to this.
Is that a movement? Is that an album?
That's their little thing, man. That's they.
Okay. Okay. Are you gonna be?
But nah, man. Nah.
You gonna be producing it?
Well, they already done put it out, but we working on the Crime Mob 3. But see, with this digital age, we trying to figure out, all right, which platform we gonna use to put it out there. You know, Apple Music, Spotify, like how we gonna roll out. So that's
Tidal.
one thing, whatever. You know what I'm saying? So we trying to figure out which way we gonna put it out. You know what I'm saying? The logistics, the split sheets, all that.
Talk about, you mentioned split sheets. How important is getting those split sheets right while you're in the studio? While you're in the studio.
Very
Do
important.
you pull them out in the studio
See,
or afterwards?
Our first manager wanted to dick me around because I rap and produce.
Right.
He only wanted to pay me for the beats and not for the hooks and everything else. But those split sheets is very important, man. That's how you know exactly what you're getting, how much percentage you getting. You know what I'm saying? I did Juju on the Beat that came out a couple years ago, man. Went number 5 in the world. And those split sheets mean something.
Right.
If those split sheets ain't signed, I mean, somebody can walk away with your shit, somebody litigation or whatever. Them things have to be signed either that day or the day out.
So a lot of artists may be watching this and may not understand or know what split sheets are. First of all, do your Googles, okay? But when do you find it the right time to pull those out in the middle of a studio session?
I've never done it in the studio session.
Okay.
It's always the lawyers going back and forth talking. But let's say I made the beat, I get 50. You wrote the song, you get 50. You know what I'm saying? So it's 50-50. Right. And that's easy. Right. But some people like to, play the
But what if it's
game.
multiple writers in the room? Though?
Well, you bring out the calculator. You bring out that calculator. Whoever made that hook, hey, man, that's his part. Yeah. But you can negotiate, as a writer, as a hook writer, you can negotiate what you want. You know what I'm saying? If it's 5 people on the song, we break it down like that. You know what I'm saying? But the producer always get 50%. That's industry standard. Right. You did?
So what are some of the things that Lil J on the track is working on now? You're on a tour right now. You was just in Virginia.
The Monster Tour.
I just moved from Virginia, Richmond, as a matter of fact.
Okay.
And so you were in Roanoke last night? Mm-hmm. What are you doing in these different cities? What is some of your goals? Now you're here in Ohio.
I'm just giving them what they grew up on. You know what I'm saying? Give them that flavor that you was in high school with. Putting your hand to your fist. You dig what I'm saying? Just give them that flavor, you know what I'm saying? I want to do some new stuff too. We're going to see if Spins let me do that, you know what I'm saying? But nah, man, just having fun, man. Living my best life. You dig? But as far as Lil J, man, I'm thinking about signing some new artists. I don't know.
Okay.
Cause that's a lot of management and stuff right now. So right now, me and my homegirl right there, Tiffany, she's a songwriter, so we just making songs right now, man. I'm signing EMI with Jay-Z, Kanye, Madonna, all them. So we just making songs right now, producing and just writing songs. So,
are you submitting them for any artists in particular, or are these?
Well, I get a Who's Looking list, so we might get a Who's Looking list, and it got Mariah Carey, Britney Spears, Bruno Mars. So
what's a Who's Looking at?
A Who's Looking list. That's when the label, the publisher company, gives you a list of what the artist is looking for. So they might oh, give me a snap beat with heavy bass. Okay, bam, I got you. You know what I'm saying? Or give me a ballad. Write me a Beyonce or Adele song, something like that. That's what the Who Looking list is. So it's everybody, your who's of the artist that's in the game that's on the top. You know what I'm saying? So that's what we working on right now. I was thinking about certain artists. I don't think I'm gonna do that though.
Why not? I mean, I know there's a lot of babysitting.
I mean, you know what? I mean, one thing about the new artists, man, they don't understand social media.
What do you mean? Break that down. Why you say they don't understand social media?
Because they might have a good song, but they got like 5 pictures up there. I'm like, who the hell is gonna? Oh,
you're saying that they're not marketing themselves.
You ain't even marketing yourself.
Yeah, okay.
Because when we came out, we ain't had that shit.
Right. You know so like when you go to their social media, it's like, what do you do?
Bro, you got 10 pictures up there.
Right.
What the fuck?
Right.
What am I gonna do with that? What anybody gonna do with that? Can't nobody do nothing with that. I like the artists that got you rapping in the bathroom, or you writing a song, you in the studio, you doing this, you doing that. That's why the new generation is like, man, y'all don't even know what it was like to come up without Instagram and Facebook and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? So you got to take advantage of that shit. So take a picture, take a video, do whatever you need to do to promote yourself, because we are our own marketers at the end of the day.
Right.
See what I'm saying? So that's how that works.
That's dope, man. So how long are you going to be in Ohio, man?
Spence. How long be here, bro? How long be here? Oh, okay. He said to tomorrow. You know. What a strip club at? I just play.
We'll come right back after these commercial messages. But look, man, I ain't gonna hold you, man. I definitely appreciate you taking out the time.
I got
to
a shower. I smell like all kind of stuff.
Yo, man. Lil J on the track, man. Definitely appreciate you hanging out, man. Sean Anthony Live, y'all. Peace.